I'm going to call this Standing Committee of the Legislative and Regulatory Committee to order at 3:09 on the 26th of February 25. Roll call, please.
Ron Dunwoody.
Here.
Scott McClory.
Here.
Peter Harvey.
Here.
One big item today on this for closed session. I'm going to read the little notes here that we have to. The Legislative and Regulatory Committee may entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute Section 19.851C to consider employment or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. We will have the possibility to reconvene in open session for discussion and possible decision regarding creation of city mission statement, vision statement, and core values. Do we have a motion to go into closed session?
Make a motion to go into closed session.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please, for vote.
Peter Harvey.
Yes.
Scott McClory.
Yes.
Ron Dunwoody.
Yes. We are in closed session. And we have a motion and a second. Yes, we're back, reconvene back in open session at 3:25. Now discussion, as we're going to say, anyone have any thoughts on the mission statement?
You want to go first, Peter?
You know, Casey did a great job putting these together, and you know, I don't have any other real thoughts other than that. What do you guys?
The only thing that I agree with what Peter said. The only thing that I guess I'm pretty adamant about is that I want the mission statement to start with the city of Elkhorn. That's where I think it begins. The city of Elkhorn is going to do this, not we, and not, you know, in the eyes of, you know, whatever. As long as it starts with the city of Elkhorn, and again, I don't care about, you know, which things go first. Maybe some of you do, like maybe safety and security has to go before sustainability or fiscal responsibility. I'm not married to any of those. As long as they're, you know, all, you know, in there. I don't have a preference with that, so I'll defer to you guys on those. I can live with any of the ones that start out with the city of Elkhorn.
It has to be the city of Elkhorn.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I like concise, not a lot of verbiage in it.
Yep, and we talked about that when we first talked about this project, that we didn't want it to be a 100-word document for a mission statement. It needs to be short and sweet. It's a mission statement, not a mission diatribe.
Exactly.
Ooh, college word, diatribe. Ooh. Yeah, thanks. So, and the other thing that I want to be, for lack of a better term, my words, cautious about, is I want to be cautious that we don't put things in the mission statement that are really hard to quantify. If we say economic stability or sustainability or economic development or thriving businesses, how do you quantify that? You know, your restaurant's making $1 bazillion, but my restaurant's not. Well, you didn't meet your mission statement or your core values or your whatever. So I just want to say we need to be careful about those and just make sure it's tight and not actionable, I guess, for lack of a better term. So, but as far as like which ones we choose, I don't have a problem with any of these.
You know, concise, like you said, it's nothing that they could come back and quantify on. The first one is short and it states exactly what we need.
Right,
as far as I'm concerned.
Right, but like thriving community, what does that mean?
Right.
I don't know what a thriving community. I don't know what I mean, if you asked everyone in this room what is a thriving community, we'd all come up with different answers.
You know, something like that on make it a safe, welcoming, you know, community.
Yeah. So.
Especially like to have it for residents, businesses, and visitors, like to
Yep.
have it inclusive of all.
Yeah. I like the efficiency, the transparency, and respect. I guess if I had to vote for one out of these 5, I like number 2 the best. That's the one I like. Because the first one doesn't say anything really about the inclusivity of both residences, business, and visitors. So that one I like. I like number 2, I guess, the best out of them.
Just change it up to the lead-in you to include the city of Elkhorn.
Right,
Now,
right, take the city of
now
Elkhorn,
we
is,
serve-
I would like the city of Elkhorn is committed to, and then put in, like, right there, just start with the residences, businesses, et cetera. But like I said, I'm not married to any of them, I can go with whatever you guys want.
That'll work, I mean, that works. Is that okay? All right. And on to the next one, which is the vision statement.
I know I'm being a stickler, but I'm not comfortable with number one because it says we have small town charm.
Right.
We are not a township, we are a city.
Exactly.
And I just don't feel comfortable saying we have small town charm when we're not a township. If you wanna live in town, you could live in town, but we're a city. And I know that's kind of, you know, being a little bit of a stickler, but I don't have a problem with, you know, I don't know how you can say small town charm without saying small city, because there's no such thing as a small city. If you have 10,000 people, it's not small.
Mhm.
So I don't know what you do with that one, but, so. And again, I'd like to continue, if you guys are comfortable with it, continue with starting it out with the city of Elkhorn will.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Unless you think, Casey, from a HR standpoint, that should not be in your vision statement.
Oh, no, I think that's perfectly fine.
Okay. So. And again, if I had to vote, I like number two the best.
I would agree also.
You know, it talks about us being a leader in the county, kind of setting the standard for other municipalities to follow. You know, it talks about how important the municipal services are and economic prosperity. But again, what do you do with the restaurant that folded? You didn't provide me with economic prosperity, or didn't support it, or foster it, or whatever. And maybe that's with all of these. Maybe there's always a loophole to every one of them, probably. I don't know.
But yeah,
Yeah.
what do you think, Pete? Now speak up.
What, in the vision, could fostering economic prosperity be replaced by, something about the school district? Is that more of a mission statement? I think we have a phenomenal school district here, and, the only thing that I saw that we didn't really talk about in here was the school district.
Do you think that's the responsibility of the school board to come up with that in their vision statement, or do you think we owe that to the?
Okay, I see where yep, okay.
Okay.
Crossing a bridge, right? Okay, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, we're good with that then? Go into the core values.
And again, I'm gonna go back to you, Casey, with your HR hat. Core values don't need to lead with the city of Elkhorn, because it's just like more bullet point kind of
Yes,
thing?
correct.
Okay,
Just
so
those
so that's what I assumed. So,
I'm sure you worked on a few of these over there at your previous life, Scott.
I did. We did it more than once in my 30 years there.
It's like, yeah,
So I was trying to steal from them.
wait a minute.
I'm sorry, borrow from them. Yeah. Is there a recognized, from an HR perspective, is there a recognized number of core values we should have? Like one or two or three? I mean, I don't know if we want all seven, but maybe we need all seven? I don't know.
I've typically seen like 4 to 5.
Okay,
but
so that's a
there's
good
no
jumping
set
up.
fast
Okay.
number, it can be whatever you guys want.
I was trying to do some reverse engineering here and saying, okay, if we only wanted 4 or 5 of these 7, which 3 do I get rid of? And I can't get rid of any of them.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm looking like which ones I'd strike, and I can't do it. Because each one of these is super important.
Yes.
I guess I'm kind of stuck.
I am.
let's see, what's most important? I can get you down to 6. Can't get you down to 4.
No.
Well, safety, service, and community, I guess, are the 3 that are the biggest for me.
And number 1, integrity, I think.
And integrity, yeah. Because if you have respect, you have accountability, and you know, then you do have integrity. So maybe that kind of rolls into the other one.
The 3 of them,
Yeah.
Could you repeat that again?
Probably not. I'll try.
Which 3?
I said safety and service and a community, didn't I? Were those the 3 I said? Okay. And if you need a 4th one,
And then Ron added integrity.
Yeah, so 1, 2,
1,
4, and 5.
yeah, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Yeah.
And just throwing this out there as an option, I've seen a couple cities will just merge integrity and accountability together. I know they're not the same thing necessarily, but just.
And you said we could have 4 or 5, right? Yeah, I don't know, like, you want to have it say like integrity / accountability? Or just leave them separate?
Well, I'm just saying, I was only saying if you were trying to condense the total number, I've seen
Yeah.
some schools will say integrity and accountability as being one. I guess that's kind of a 2 core value thing, just list them together. I'm not advocating for that, but I just.
Kind of like how they show collaboration and teamwork, Scott,
Right.
or Adam.
I knew what you meant. Do we have to run these past Jill or Eileen? No. I was just asking, because I hate to put something in here that we can't back. You know, somebody says, well, you guys claim that you had the highest ethical standards in all that you do, and you kept this from whoever, or you didn't, or you weren't transparent enough. You know, again, it's subjective.
That's
but-
subjective.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I really like the community one about welcoming and creating a welcoming and thriving community for all.
yes.
I really like that.
Good job, Casey.
I just, out of curiosity, I assume you went to other municipalities and kind of looked and,
Yes, I looked
Yeah.
at those and then used the feedback
Yeah.
that we received.
yeah, great. Excellent job.
Fantastic.
I'm good with those if you guys are.
I am also, now, do we have to bring this back to the full council then?
Yeah.
And have that on this next meeting or the one after?
We were gonna, initially the goal was to do it on Monday night, but then looking at the rest of the agenda and having the last meeting be long, we're trying to.
I take 100% responsibility for that.
No, so my thought was if it was okay with Elkhorn, maybe we'll do it at the meeting on the 17th. So we have a couple of presentations on Monday night. We don't have any presentations for the 17th, so I think there's gonna be lots of
That's
agenda.
fine with me. Pete?
Yeah, I'm
Scott?
Other than it's St. Patrick's Day. Can I wear my Kiss Me, I'm Irish t-shirt to city council? No? Okay. Like I'd ever do that.
And just for clarification, so did you want those 4 you picked, the integrity, service, community safety, or did you want any more besides those 4?
I thought we agreed to 5. Was I wrong? Or are we gonna combine 2? Oh, no.
We're gonna combine them.
But I asked you if you wanted to combine integrity and accountability and like a slash thing, but you said no. So I think the 2 that we dropped off were respect and excellence out of the 7, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, so those 5, they can stand alone,
Yeah.
just like the cheese. Anyway, cheese stands alone, no? Question, how are we going to roll this out once it gets city approval? Are we gonna do like a press release? Are we gonna make a big deal about it, like in an insert in the utility bills? Are we gonna put it on the website, or is the answer all of the above? I'm just curious, like, you know, how much of a to-do are we gonna make about this? Because if we've never had this since 1849, I think we should make it a big-ass deal. I don't think it should be something that's, you know, gets this much of a byline in the paper.
And when the chamber does their bi-month or twice a year
Yeah.
thing, it needs to be in there
Yep.
along, right behind the mayor's statement. or before.
And what kind, like I said, what kinds of media are we gonna insert it in? Like you said, is it going to Chamber of Commerce, little packet that they do at that tourism board? You know, when they go to that thing in Madison every year, do we change signs? I know there's a cost involved, but I mean, if this is as big a deal as I think it is, I think we should make sure it's as big a deal as it needs to be, whether that's an interview with the mayor for the paper or whatever. I mean, but if it's gonna just be like a little blurb and we're all gonna go, yeah, we have these, but we didn't do anything with it, I think we're doing ourselves a discredit and a huge disservice. It's like I said, as far as I know, we've never had this in the city. Have you seen any research to the contrary? Well, that tells you right where we're at. Yeah. So, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if we could need to change, change signs or start, do we need a new letterhead, or whatever. I'm just very concerned it's gonna meet all of our expectations, but then it's really not gonna get any legs and get some traction. And I'll leave you guys to figure out how that happens, but.
I think it probably depends too on how much council wants us to take. What is your expectation? What are you looking for us to do? I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna use an example website. It will now be, it will be a prominent spot on the website, for example. Like, so
Right.
people can see, like, on the city website, I'm just using that as an example. But,
Right.
yeah, if you want us to do an insert in the utility bills, I think your idea of having the mayor do an interview sounds great. I'll defer to the mayor on that if he wants to do that, but.
Even have it posted in the billboard, everything gets posted out here too.
Yep.
Have that posted.
And that's where I was going. It should be,
Visible.
when these things get approved, it should be visible and it should be conspicuously posted in all the city buildings, whether it's the utility, the lobby, wherever, the police department, the fire department, they're all city employees, they're all city.
Not just for the employees to see.
Right.
All our visitors,
Right.
our clients
Right.
need to see it.
So, just something to think about.
Maybe a plaque or something like that?
For sure, trying to remember which thing gets posted publicly on a plaque. Is that I think it's the mission statement.
mission
Yeah, so we could put it up, in bronze or copper right underneath the plaque about when we open the building.
Mhm.
Or at least as close to it as possible. But, like I said, some of the stuff might be a pipe dream because it's just too expensive to do this, and the other thing, but maybe we can roll it out, over several months clearly we haven't been in a big hurry to do it, for 150 years, so, yeah, I mean, once you change the official, I assume we have official department letterhead, right? So we, it goes in, the mission statement now is in the, upper right corner of the City of Elkhorn official letterhead, or it's in the, what do you call it? Like the signature line. Like when I worked at the sheriff's office, when you signed off on anything, when we became fully accredited by the state, everybody had to put that now in their signature line of your name and your title was just show up right beneath your signature. Adam Swan, city administrator, and then, whatever your mission statement was, or either in the header or the footer, but it was like, you had no choice, that's boilerplate from now on. So, I'm just throwing out ideas from, I'm not reinventing the wheel, I'm just stealing stuff that we used back at the sheriff's office, so. Sheriff don't mind.
Anything else for the good of the cause, the good of the group?
No, I think you guys did an excellent job.
Fantastic job.
Yeah, it was very helpful to have this versus just like, let's get 10 people in a room and just start trying to figure it out, because that just would never work. And that was the first time we tried it at the sheriff's office. Yeah, that was no bueno, so. Yeah, great job. I'm excited to see this get rolled out.
A long time. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
I will second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.